up, you guys? It is Mary,
And Alma.
and today we are going to be talking about 90 Day Fiance the other way, you guys. Today, Jenny and Submit, you guys know they're trying to open up a cafe where they have little finger sandwiches and all that stuff. And it just seems as if it might not be looking too promising.
No,
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to work. Like, Submit is too lazy. You could not even run the restaurant so the guy can do his business before, right? You kept on complaining. The guy said he kept on complaining. His past business partner said he kept on complaining. Oh, I can't do this because of Jenny. Jenny won't allow me. Jenny won't allow me. Okay, Jenny can barely cook except for her spaghetti, which the guy laughed at so much before he said, yeah, the spaghetti was great. So who knows?
Yeah.
Um, I mean, both of them. And then Jenny is kind of in the twilight of her years. I mean, is Jenny gonna have energy to start a business? I mean, Submit. He's oh boy. Why don't you just get yourself out there and you go work the business?
Yeah.
Why does Jenny have to go with you? But I think Submit on his own is not going to do that. And the only reason why he's going to do that business is because now that they're living in the parents' home, the parents are going to be on him. Like you got to do something. You have to like contribute to the household where it's not Jenny's pension each month. You got to do something with yourself to contribute, right?
Yeah.
That's the only reason why he's gonna go do this. And I have the nerve to be asking for credit from the guy. Like I've worked for you, like you can't give me on credit.
Yeah, I feel like Submit has already talked about being the black sheep of the family. He doesn't want to be there with his older wife, who is not going to be able to give him any kids. He doesn't want to be there. She's not going to be doing the traditional Indian wife duties and all that stuff. I feel like he wants an excuse to be out of the house, even though he wants Jenny to be there and he wants her to be this Indian wife, even though he didn't marry one. He still wants that
Yeah.
life, but he also doesn't
Well,
he
guess
hates
what?
being looked down upon also for his decisions in life.
Guess what? Jenny's not gonna stay at home. She gonna be out there at that restaurant. There's no way Jenny's gonna stay at home with its mother. She's not doing that. She's not doing that at all. Okay?
Yeah, I don't think so
Hot
either.
mess. It's
Yeah.
not gonna work. But anyway,
Luke
next.
and his 20-year-old fiance. God, that dad gave him
Oh,
Luke like
yeah,
clearly.
3,000.
I was shocked that he went to business school, but the dad said that like I don't know what he learned there, but he stays making horrible business decisions, and he's like throwing all his money away and all this stuff. And the
Mhm.
father went and gave him $3,000, which I think is very sweet. But do I think he's going to use it wisely? No. I feel like the
Mm.
father should have saved that 3,000. But when Luke calls him, eventually he says like he's dirt poor. That's when you go give him the money.
Yes. And then you give him 1,000 at a time.
Yeah, absolutely. Like,
Yeah, because that money gonna be gone. That's gonna be on some foolishness. And then did you see how well I think that's the next week. There you I don't even know who's telling the truth. Did he pay the wedding planner or did he not? Like, I don't know.
no, but I wanted to talk about quickly. He said he is going into a business with his fiance Madeline, and that I think that it was like they either got land or was a resort or something, and they said they're going to be
Right.
equal
A
business
resort.
partners. But he just wants to be on it though, so he has an escape plan. So you're not equal partners. This is your escape plan, but you're using her because probably she is um a citizen there and you're not, because like in some
Right.
countries Americans can't come there and start businesses without having a local. Like in Tanzania you can't start a business without putting a local on your business. Like it has to be somebody that you trust locally who
Yeah.
is a citizen there.
Yeah.
You
Well,
like
the only way you can do it if you have a whole bunch of money and
Right.
you're coming in as an investor. And obviously, he doesn't have that money. So he kind of wants her there. But the thing is, he doesn't want to put her name on it. And if I was her, especially with all these awful decisions, financial decisions he's making, I would say, yes, please don't put my name on it. Don't come and mess up my stuff here. Right? No.
Right.
Yeah, go ahead, just put the name like if I were her. I will not have him put my name on anything. Okay. I
But
mean,
that
she
means
seems
he
to be
doesn't
doing
have like
fine
rights to it.
financially. She seems to be doing fine on her own. And yeah, I will not. Mm-mm,
Yeah.
no, not with him. He financially, he's not steady. He's not
Yeah.
steady. He's going to bring down the little that she has. He's going to bring that down.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
true. But let's
So
go
I
ahead and talk
won't do
about
that.
Mona. I want to talk about Mona because last week we didn't talk. We
Oh, Mano,
Manon.
Mano. Her name is Mano. Yeah.
Yeah. But last week, I think her and her husband had gotten into an argument in the car or whatever, right? And I think that he
Yeah.
basically, like we had talked about, he's probably guilting her into feeling like a bad mom. And we got a taste of
Right.
that last week where he said that he feels like he's doing solo parenting. And she said, "Wow, really? Solo
Mhm.
parenting? Well, how about I'm doing solo providing?" I said,
Yeah, I love that. I love that she said that back to
"Hilarious."
him. Like, okay.
Yo. Yo, that's crazy work. But that was hilarious because it's like, like I know that I think that he had quit his job so that they didn't have to pay so much for nannies or whatever the case may be,
Hmm.
and even
She should
going
have
to
had
France.
him working. She should have had him working,
Yeah.
okay, and put that child in daycare. That's what she should have done.
Yeah, because
That's what she should have done because then, if anything happens and this stuff don't work out, now you have him at home. You're gonna have to pay him alimony and
yes.
probably child support because he's gonna keep the
Yes.
child. Like what? I'm just like women decisions,
Decisions.
decisions.
I know. But yeah,
Have him working. Now he's going to France, does not even speak the language like that. And you're like, oh, he's going to find a job. Really? No, I'm going to believe that when I see it. Girl,
because he
please.
said he's going to work on his French first and then he's going to get a job. Are
That's
you
so
serious?
serious. I know. And so
Serious?
why are
That's
you
so
going to France
crazy.
again? Yes, and you want her to go to France because you want her to not to be working so much. But then just being in France has her mental health going down the river. And
Yeah.
how's that going to help her?
That was
He's not thinking about
insane.
her. He's thinking about himself. That's what he's thinking about. And you have to watch out for because correct me if I'm wrong, those people who are here and they are from France. But I have a couple of people I know who are from France and who have lived there for a very long time. And they say there's a culture there of cheating
Oh God.
where it's not a big deal, you know. So I'm just wondering with this guy, yeah, if he gonna be out here in the streets
Mm,
because what are you going to France for?
yeah.
Anyway, we'll see. This whole thing remains to be seen. But yeah,
And
I do
my
not
thing is
like
just
what he
like
said to her
they're going
about
to
him being a single parent or whatever. He's doing childcare by himself, but you are not even given a penny to provide. Like, who says that?
like by choice also. Like by choice. It's not like you're disabled and you can't work, but you're actually choosing not to work. Like just to take some burden off of her. So also, and then my thing is, it's like she's like, we're going to France in hopes of a new beginning, but you're arguing, and she says she wants to be happy and feel supported in this move. Like, girl, you're just taking all of your problems with you to France. You're not leaving a country and leaving your problems behind. No, the problem is right there with you. Like, a
And then,
horrible decision.
and then, okay, she's a plump woman,
A
right?
plus size model.
And and Maria, she's plump, okay? Yes, okay.
She said she was a
Plus
plus
size
size
model, but
model.
she is plump. Yes, yes, yes. I'm just the reason why I'm saying that You go into the house, which is small.
Uh,
She's struggling to go up the crickety steps. And then, when you're big, you start wondering, is the step going to be able to take your weight? Is the bed going to be able to take your weight?
yeah,
Is the
God.
toilet going to be able to take your weight? So now you got to deal with this on a daily basis with the raggedy husband, okay,
Husband.
who is going to be taking some classes before he going to do anything, okay? Parents are going to be expecting you to pay some bills. By the time you look, all your money will be gone. You will have no job. You will have probably gained even more weight past the plus size model stuff, and you're just going to be plus size,
Oh
okay?
God.
Because you can get to a point where you can't be a model no more, okay? So like the whole thing, I'm just like, why? Why?
I don't know why she's
No,
doing this to
why?
herself. Why, oh, Kusha?
And as soon as she landed, she started to cry.
Yeah,
I was like dramatic much, but as soon as she landed, she started to cry. Like, oh my
it
goodness.
was like, I said I would never come back to France, and here I am coming back to France as a failure. I said, God. God.
At least when you were living in your big house, your nice house, your comfortable house with the comfortable couches, right? You ain't got to worry. Probably you have a toilet that even will be washing you after you're finished. Like, oh, and you have probably a nice big tub you can sit down. This tub, you go and sit in this tub. This tub is going to overflow. This tub is going to overflow. And the parents are going to be like, you're overflowing. Like, now I got wet stains on the ceiling. Like, these are the things that you never even had to think about when you were in LA. At least if
Yeah,
you're so exhausted, you can go to the spa when all is said and done. Now you're
yeah,
not even going to have the money for any of that stuff. Oh my goodness. When I used to work like 80 plus hours, at least I know I can go to the spa once a week, you
yeah.
know, relax myself, even though I'll be falling asleep, drooling, like, whatever. But you have ways to kind of relax that probably are not going to be there in Marseilles in France. Oh my goodness gracious.
I know.
Girl, whew, I see the suffering on the horizon. Anyway, I'll be watching the show.
Oh my God. But let's go
Who's
ahead
next?
and talk about the girl with the cat. My fellow cat lover.
Oh my
So
goodness. This is another one. This is another one. Go ahead, girl.
no, go ahead, Madame Seeds.
This girl who loves the cat more than the man. You gonna leave the cat to go with this guy who has not even bothered? He's so damn lazy. He has not even bothered to go find an apartment. Oh my lord. And he's talking about how busy he is. You look at him and you say, busy? You don't even look like somebody who becomes busy. You look kind of like a bum to
Oh,
me. This is my eye test. Oh my gosh. And now you're going because this is the love that you have been wanting. You don't even love him more than your cat. What love have you been wanting? You will think that the love that you've been pining for will at least be a love that's stronger than the love you got for your cat.
I mean, that is true.
Can someone please holler at her and pull her and tell her, please stay? Now, the only thing I can say though, as she was leaving and she was holding on her passport and going on that terminal, she had a big smile on her face. By then, she didn't have the cat next to her. So I was like, okay, she really loves this guy. She's really happy. It kind of reminded me, remember when you were leaving Tanzania and you were very upset, you were crying and all this stuff, even though you were going to lands and you guys had started your courtship and all that stuff, right? And you were leaving and you were crying, and I kept on saying, take a picture, please, when you get there. I kept on telling you, when you get on that plane, you're going to be grinning because you're going to be thinking about him, right? You'll be on your way to him. and now you'll be smiling. You're like, oh no, no, no. But guess what? You got on that plane and you were smiling. So it kind of reminded me of that. And you've been happy ever since. So it kind of reminded me of that. Like, hey, look at her. And when she was going on that terminal, she had this big old smile that I had not seen all this time I've been watching her. Such a beautiful smile. And I was like, oh, she really loves him. She loves that little bugger.
Yeah. Oh my
So
god.
we'll see. It remains to be seen. But I got my one eye on that dude. Mm.
Yeah. But the last couple, you guys, the guy from Aruba, I can't remember that girl's name. Anyway,
Oh, the
the
one
guy
whose
from
mother
Aruba, the one
died.
that
That
she
was
fell in
so
love with
sad.
on the pirate ship.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he was talking about how, basically he hasn't been in a relationship since his mother died, which is very, very sad, very unfortunate, and
Yeah,
that, he just wants to make her proud. But okay, her name's
yeah.
Chloe. But I think that he had
Oh,
talked about basically, her coming over, that she has high luxury taste and all that stuff and everything. And I'm just wondering how
yeah.
this is gonna go.
Mm. Well, I mean, it seems I don't know. She seems to be quite self-involved, but she seems to be a little dramatic. Like she turned on the gas and she hears the gas. Oh my goodness, what is that sound? And I don't know. I think she knows a lot more than she's saying. She just doesn't seem to want to do much. Um, and I'm not sure what that is about, but like he said, this is not a vacation. Now that we're going to be living together, this is not a vacation. I do think though that he should at least try to get the warm water. Not everybody, like he keeps on saying, oh, it's too, what was he saying? How it's too hot here or whatever, but not everybody wants the cool water. I
Yeah,
mean,
we
for
experienced
me
that in
now, I
Tanzania.
can't, oh, he misses the cool water?
No, I'm saying we experienced that in Tanzania. Like in Tanzania, because me and mom, we lived there for about 2 years. That
Yeah.
usually you don't, like the water is so
Yeah.
hot there and you don't have snow, so like literally the hot sun will warm up the pipes that bring in the water, but sometimes it can be hot, but sometimes, most of the time, it's cool, but people don't really actually go and get hot water. Like you actually have to buy a hot water heater and install it in the houses there, if you like, if you get a house there. So I
You,
do get
I
that, but
I went ahead I went ahead and did that. And prior to that, I was getting my water heated up because remember, Mary, I couldn't handle, and you were laughing at me a lot because I was shaking like a chicken and you thought that was funny. I actually did not find that very funny.
okay, okay, you ain't gotta expose me. Okay. All
I
right.
did not find that very funny. And guess what? Like, I totally and completely understand her. Okay. And he can't just say, like, I know she's young, maybe because I'm old and my bones are rickety and I got arthritis, but like, still, I mean, even look at your brother. Yeah, your brother couldn't handle that. However, for love, right? When he was with his
Felicita.
fiance, like he didn't mind, right? So
He was
he
in the
will do that
squatter
for his
toilet. He was
wife,
once again the
right?
water boiled.
Yeah, yeah. That's how you know. That's how I knew. I was like, wait, what? I said, Rob really loves. He loves this woman because he is willing to suffer through.
Ain't no way
But
in hell. I was like,
yeah, so it's not everybody who can deal with the quote unquote cool water. Ain't nobody can deal with that mess. And don't talk about trying to wash your hair under that. I never understood how you were able to do that. Well, you have a lot of hair too, so sometimes even the water, even when you have hot water, the water finishes, right? Because
I
there's a
know.
lot of hair you're washing. But still, yeah, he gotta get hot water heater. Like, forget that mess. Like, get a hot water heater or be boiling water for that girl. Like, what? When
Yeah.
I saw that, I was like, okay, he kind of get on my nerve. And I saw the hot, when she measured the hot water, he's like, "Oh, there's no snow here. There's no." I was just like, "Bro, just get her, like, boil some water for real and get some buckets,
Well,
okay?"
she said she'll pay for it, so I mean, it's only $100. That's a good thing about being in other countries. Things ain't so damn expensive.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, and she's willing to pay for that. He might think that, oh, waste of money, but you know something, bruh? It's not your money. And it's for her comfort. I'm sure maybe he's thinking, well, we can use this money for X, Y, Z. No, she wants to be comfortable. It's not your money. Let her use it. Let her get her hot water heater. So at least you don't wake up in the morning and you're annoyed because you didn't have hot water.
Yeah. But yeah, y'all, that was, I think, it for 90 Day Fiance the other way. But we cannot wait to watch the next episodes. Quite juicy.
It surely is.
Yes, y'all, but it is Mary.
And Amma,
Please leave a comment down below and do not forget to like and subscribe to the video. Bye.
bye.